Turn it off.
What time he last ate, doesn't know what time he last slept. He's never had him for more than like 30 minutes.
Those white tears will get you 25 years.
White women are often dangerous perpetrators of anti-blackness. Many see themselves as exempt from perpetuating violence because of their womanhood. However, many white women use this femininity to cause problems for black individuals.
Turn it off.
Please, man, I don't care if you have me on recording. I could care less. I just don't want to.
Did you see the jump cuts? I'm sure she cut out all the mean things she said.
What I'm afraid of, because of who you are, as me, like, taking him, and then you, like, fighting me off of him, and then you like, oh my God, you abused me.
No, I wouldn't do. First of all, you have laid hands on me before, so
Get the fuck out.
You have.
That stupid shit. Oh.
I have pictures of it.
I know.
And text messages of it.
You have pictures of it right here?
Yeah, and you text me.
Who the fuck is gonna care about that?
Who's gonna care? Who's gonna care?
Bro, they're bruises of. You know what? I don't even get into that.
But they came from your hands.
Of course they did.
Okay.
Did I punch you? Did I slap you?
She cut the video off again. I bet if he said in this video that she attacked him and he restrained her, she would have cut that part out.
Did I punch you? Did I slap you?
Just because you didn't punch me doesn't mean that's okay. Wow.
Halo, come back.
Wow.
It's a possibility that she has bruises on her arm from him having to restrain her. I, myself, am a domestic abuser survivor.
Aww. What a fucking dork.
Y'all can laugh. I'ma laugh because no one will take that statement serious from a man, but the truth is, at 110 pounds, she really couldn't hurt me. But if my ex got mad in an argument, she had no problem swinging that weak-ass left hook.
At the end of the day, if you like the fact that you can sit here and allow. No, because your child has been traveling since 5 a.m. He's been traveling since 5 a.m. and you're sitting here making him wander around the hotel. I'm not playing victim. I'm saying no.
You went to Miami and you were
First of all,
and your parents kept it.
Yeah, my mom is more of a parent to him than you have ever been.
Dead or alive, shut up.
Can you get the hotel?
And now you try to paint this NBA player out to be a deadbeat dad, which he probably could be. That's a possibility. There's also a possibility that he's on the road a lot because of his career, kind of like what NBA players do. There's also a possibility that he doesn't want to be with you, so now y'all are in a co-parenting agreement. There are multiple possibilities.
Because I have to be here for 45 days.
Went to Miami and we're thought you get the hotel.
That's not 7:26 p.m. I've been sitting in the lobby since 2 p.m. and still no room. Halo's still not back. Don't know where he is. I hope he ate dinner. I hope poor thing's been up since 5 a.m. His bedtime was an hour ago. So
she's pulling at these ladies' heartstrings at this point because she's just assuming the baby didn't eat. Let's say he's young. He's probably like 23 and doesn't know his baby's food schedule. But common sense will tell you when that baby cries that there's only two things that's probably wrong. He will know he either needs his diaper changed or he needs to eat. It's not rocket science. I've got 2 kids. I know. I hope he is back soon because technically his visitation schedule that he's supposed to have access to the child, is from 8 to 8. So I would hope that he does at least abide by that part and bring him back by 8 p.m. So another 33 minutes, hopefully, and I will have my baby back. According to her, and I think her court order, she has to travel to him so he can see his kid. And he is responsible for paying for the flights, the hotel, and it's my opinion that him being upset because she went to Miami to, and I quote, be a thought, so he didn't pay for the hotel, which probably started an argument, and she decided not to pay for her own hotel, so she sat in the lobby all day and waited. At first, we weren't sure, but we know now he also brought the baby back by 8 o'clock.
So all I have to say is be careful who you have a baby with. Yeah, because sharing a child that you love with somebody who is literally a horrible person is not for the weak.
He's a horrible person, but is this you 2 weeks ago talking about still hoping to be his wife?
How many aura points did I actually lose when one of my friends told me, you're only going to be good enough to be a baby mama. He's never going to marry you. And I got mad about it.
Oh, yeah. You wanted to be his wife 2 weeks ago. This horrible person who you said kidnapped your baby. Maybe he is a horrible person. Who knows? But he's making an effort to see his son.
The sad part about this whole situation is it's no longer about the baby. She made it about who he is as a person. So now people are like, oh, he shouldn't be in the NBA. He put his hands on her. He's a woman abuse, like all these other things. Like, I just know baby mama and baby daddy drama. I know it. And I know what it looks like. And I know how bad it could get. And I know that their baby is one. And I also know that she still very much has feelings for this man very deeply because her whole feed is about her baby daddy.
And you calling the cops saying that he snatched your child?
I feel like I'm living a fever dream, and I feel like there are a lot of things. Obviously, there's a lot of posts and a lot of comments that I've seen that are just very far off from the truth in this situation. I don't feel like it's a topic that needs to be without clarity because it is such an important topic. And I just don't want there to be a lack of context and people to be able to make certain assumptions. And I think the first thing is, I never said the word kidnap. I said that he snatched him up off the ground, walked out, and then got in his car and left and didn't tell me where he was going.
You said he kidnapped the baby, so she's just lying. Another red flag. And just because you archived the video and we weren't fast enough to download it, doesn't mean millions of people didn't see you say it.
I don't really understand how it was kidnapping if she said that there's an order in place. I'm just not understanding a lot of what's going on.
Y'all are just following this narrative as if he really kidnapped the baby. And I don't think that's what it was. She said he had an agreement.
And side note, she doesn't delete the videos because if you delete a video on TikTok, you will not receive the money for the views. Which is why she archived the video, and then when people started calling her out about it, she was able to just put them back up like nothing happened.
Tiffany Jeffcoat deleted the videos of RJ stealing her son, which means this story is not over, baby. But I want to speak on how this culture of men disrespecting women on camera to her face in front of their child in public is so normalized. And it's other men. Like, this issue is why I'm very picky with which straight men I'm aligned with, because behind closed doors, the nicest dudes you know are so misogynistic and they're just still teenage boys.
But I don't think that's the bigger problem. I think the bigger problem is, on one end, men know and understand that there are bad men out there. I am more likely to believe a woman before I believe a man. And that's just me being honest. But the problem is you and a lot of women don't believe bad women exist. The man is always wrong, and society has programmed men to believe all women. But then we look at the facts and then believe the evidence. That, to me, determines who I believe is right or wrong. So while I was watching this video at first, I thought, damn, maybe
he did that shit. He guilty as fuck.
But then I noticed that she kept cutting the videos, and I think that's pretty suspicious.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
If she did this to me to make me look like an abuser, surely she better be prepared for the highly edited compilation I produce the next time we argue, because I definitely have to protect my reputation over anyone. So if you want to risk my career by making me look like an abuser because we said some mean things to each other during the heat of an argument that you know neither one of us probably meant, then you go to social media and only post the mean things that I said? Next time I get the opportunity to, I'm gonna make you look like the crazy baby mama that you are. The baby mama who doesn't know how to keep her hands to herself. Because in my opinion, if he has to restrain her and she has bruises on her arm, it's probably because, let's be honest, White people bruise easily. And there's a chance that she's probably the aggressor. And you calling the cops as if he kidnapped the baby is crazy to me, which is real Karen-like. I just know most sisters would never do that to him. But that's a conversation for another story. But he brought the baby back home and she deleted the videos, so I'm pretty sure they fine. That was me yesterday because she put the video right back up and lied and tried to justify her saying he kidnapped their son.
That happened 100% because I know he waited until Halo was on the ground so that he could take him and leave. Literally. So, yes, I did say snatched him because that's exactly what he did.
You say he snatched him, but to me, it sounds like he picked him up and left. And you don't like that. He broke an agreement between you guys where you both agreed you could be there for the visitation.
I didn't want to leave Halo. I didn't want to, so I was willing to travel, which is not in a normal agreement. I was willing to make the effort to travel so that he could see his son and I didn't have to leave him. And that was part of the agreement, was that I didn't have to leave during his visitation hours from 8 to 8. I had the right to be there. And that's why I was willing to do the traveling. You know what I'm saying?
And I can understand that as a new mom, you don't want to leave your son. You carried him for 9 months, and that's a beautiful thing. But the truth is, unless you can prove that the dad is abusive and a danger to the child, if this becomes a court order, which we're not sure what it is right now, but he would have the right to have his son without you being there, regardless of if you like it or not. And now you're bashing him on the internet.
You can't bash somebody if you still have feelings for them and you think you're going to go back. What are you going to do that for? It doesn't make sense.
It didn't make sense to a lot of people, and you had some women that I was happy to see they didn't just run with the narrative.
Am I the only one that the story just not making sense? Because I'm going to tell you right now, anytime somebody calls the police and they say it's a civil matter, 9 out of 10, it means they can't do nothing because there is civil things in place, that meaning that the person who is at fault isn't really at fault legally. And there could be some loopholes in there, but you got to take them to court. So, yeah, the story just not making sense. Can somebody catch me up and tell me what parts I'm missing?
So now you're all caught up. We've only heard one side of the story, and there's usually 2 sides of the story. And then the truth falls somewhere in between. I'm out.